Here we are off on another parkrun adventure, this time to Jersey, and we're just aboard the plane. Parkrunners behind us here as well. Morning Parkrunners, Saturday morning, we're in Jersey. We arrived yesterday. We were going to get the bus, but with the weather forecast we decided we'd just get a taxi from the Premier Inn where we're stopping. There's lots of taxi firms on here, had no trouble booking one online or phoning up to book one at all, so just going to set off now and catch up when we get to the Parkrun. This is the leisure centre, I think it's pronounced Café, which translates into land of the hemp, or land of weeds, I believe is what it translates to. And we just asked in there if we could use the toilets, and they said yeah, that was fine. So this morning we're at Jersey Parkrun. It's the 28th of September and it's event 411, and it's Jersey's 9th birthday since it started. The first event was the 26th of September 2015 and they had 145 finishers. They averaged 275, last week there were 307, and we're expecting a bigger turnout today. The average finish time is 29 minutes 14, so a fairly fast course. Record attendance is 558, that was event 200, 3rd of August 2019. Lowest attendance was 72. That was event 167, 15th of December 2018. Male record 1452, that's very fast, and female record very fast as well, 1742. My stats is my 346th parkrun and 193rd location. So you can see a lot of the volunteers here already this morning. If you want to volunteer, you just email jersey@parkrun.com, or if you're a regular runner here, you can just speak to whoever's the RD or someone and they'll write your name down for future weeks. Always appreciated. Parkrun doesn't work without volunteers, and it doesn't work without parkrunners either. Both are needed to make it happen. This is the finish area. The start is in the direction the camera's facing. It's about 100-200 metres away. You do 2 laps on this tarmac path just here, and then after the second lap, about 100 metres in the direction the camera's facing, you turn right and then you take a sharp right turn and you run. It's almost parallel to this. So on this path just here you run parallel on there to a point in that direction. There's a U-turn, you then come back up here and I can see the 4 kilometre sign, so you must go approximately another half k in this direction the camera's facing, turn around, come back, and then come back onto it's a cycle path around here and to the finish just there. Well done, that's it.
He did not use it. That's what you get a bit addicted to it.
Today's run director here. Thank you very much. This is the start area.
Hi everybody. Morning. Morning. Parkrun. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I know some of you have travelled quite a distance to get here. Thank you. My name's John, and welcome to the Jersey Parkrun. The Jersey Parkrun number 411. And I'm 9.
please. Well, happy birthday to us. Here we are, 9 years later. Goodness. Who'd have thought 9 years ago, when Paul Barras started Parkrun, that it would have been so successful. So thanks very much for that, Paul. Really, really appreciate it. Please put your hands together for Paul. Now his 250th, and he's also writing our event report today. And there we go, we don't want you tripping over our little truck.
So we're just about to start the Jersey Park Run. You can see it's a nice wide tarmac path to start with. A lot of runners here today, over 300, but it's a wide path so you can pass quite easy.
Birthday guys, 3, 2, 1, Parkrun.
We set off, I don't know if you saw the guy on the right nearly fell over at the start. This bit here is, even though the course you would say is almost flat, there's a slight incline just here up. Already feel I've broken my own rule and set off too fast already. Again, we're still on a slight incline up just here. Not much, but you can see it's an incline when you're actually running it. So I'll look back with the camera, see who's behind. My friend just on the right there. And now it's started to level off just here as well. Lovely running conditions today, no breeze, nice and cool. And the course is, it says 2 laps of this track. It took me by surprise. It's not, I would say it seems like more like 1 3/4 of it. So as we go around this left, then goes to the right, short incline here, much steeper than the first bit on there. Not steep, but you can certainly feel that you're going up here. And we're almost at the top of it, and that's the top of it just there now. Good news is it's flat, or there is one little bit where when we go through the trees, slightest downhill incline. Gives you a chance to recover. So as we go around this corner just here, this is where we start to just go back down the short bit that we've gone up in the past. Probably only talking, I don't know, 7-8 feet from where we set off to the highest point. Definitely set off too fast, I can tell now. It's feeling really, really hard. I've not even got to a kilometre yet. I'm just coming up to the first 1 kilometre sign just here on the right. And that was really hard work. I feel like I'm really pushing it. In fact, there's a guy just behind me. He's got, sounds like an Apple Watch, because I had one and I I can hear it giving him his time, and it's just first kilometre 3:49 it said, so that's about 15 seconds too quick for me. So we sort of turn round now to the left, not be long, and we're heading back to where the finish area is, and then it's probably the start was a couple of 100 metres past there. So this is the finish area on the left. You actually come at the finish from the other direction. Once you start the second lap, you actually turn off, and there's a path you can see just to the right there. You turn onto there, like a U-turn back on yourself, and there's a U-turn, and you're running this direction we're going now, another U-turn, then you come back, and then back onto this path just here in the opposite direction we're running, and onto the finish. All the volunteers coming back from the start there. There's a bag drop at the start. You could leave your bags in trolleys, jumpers, coats, and they've carried them all back. So these cones just here, this is where on the second lap we split off. Oh no, that's the bit for coming back, sorry. Sort of exercise class on the left there. Hope is going to get them to do Parkrun next week. You can walk it, jog it, or any combination. Because I set off too fast now, there's a few people started to pass me. Really struggling with this pace. Photographer here. And this is where we're back to, so this is where the parkrun started, so that's one lap done. And as I said, it's probably only 3/4 of a lap before you turn off this track, not actually 2 laps. And this again, it's clearer to see this time where there's less people than the start, but this is a slight incline up just here now. And we're at the top of the incline now, so flat again. Someone coming past on the left, first lady passing me. This is a short incline here. It's not much, but it's the steepest of any inclines that you do. There is one other when we come off onto the off this cycle track, when we go onto the trail. It is a trail section because it's compacted dirt. There are a couple of puddles on there, but that's got a slight incline when you do the final U-turn and come back towards the finish. But we're at the top now, it's flat now, and once we get into the trees further down here, we just sort of go back down the 7-8 feet that we've gone up since the start. Not sure at this point whether I've missed the 2 kilometre marker or have we not got to 2 kilometres yet. But this is a downhill, can let my legs go, trying to get some breath back in to my lungs. Thank you, tail walker. Tail walker there. So we're back on, just come down that little bit, and now it's flat again now. It'll be flat right round to where we come off this path. Another park runner passing me. I just haven't got anything left. I'm just trying to hold on now. I set off far too fast. I think lots of people do it. I know not to do it, but obviously today I've still done that. Yeah, so back passing the 1k on the second lap, so we definitely must be well past 2 and possibly headed for 3 kilometres. Try and keep an eye out for the sign somewhere. Must be when we turn off around here onto the trail path section. Oh, in fact, we're here. This took me totally by surprise. I was expected to go much further round. Just go through here and then take a short right onto this path. It's nice and firm to run on. Draw some puddles on here, but nothing too much. So we're going to do an out and back section here, come back past where we came on, and then go further along there, and that's where there's a little bit of a downhill incline. Then you do another U-turn, and then it's back up the incline and then onto the finish. You can see the sort of puddles that here. It was raining last night, yesterday, but they don't seem slippy. This stretch seems to be going on forever to me, but that's just because I'm really tired, but it is nice and flat. Not even seen the front runners coming back yet, so I don't know how much further we've got to go along here. Hopefully not too far. I can see the lead guy now coming towards us. Well done. So I like to count where I am, what position I'm in. Just gives me something to occupy my mind, takes my mind off how tired I am. Well done. Well done. Depending how fast they are, hopefully it's not too far to the turning point now. In fact, I can see them turning around just here now. That's good, makes me feel a little bit better. Always impressed by someone who can run fast and push a pushchair around as well. It can't be easy. Just see my friend there, right behind me. Like I said, I feel like I'm struggling. I'm expecting him to come past at any point along here because this guy's getting away, and I assume my friend is keeping up the similar sort of pace. So that guy just in front isn't my friend that came past. He must have been even closer behind me. I don't know if my friend's struggling as much as I am here. I do love these out and back sections, get to see lots of other park runners coming the other direction. We're just about to pass the point on the left here. This is where we came on to the trail section. Here you can see people coming on there. So we're going to continue on here now. Oh, there's this sign on. Oh no, I thought that was the sign on the left, the kilometre marker. I've obviously missed the 3 kilometres one as well as the 2. So the next one will be 4 kilometres, unless I've missed that as well. So we're going to continue along here. It's another out and back section. Not as long as where we came onto this path going the other way when I looked at the route before I started. You can see the 4 kilometre board on the right now. That's good, just 1 kilometre go. It's just a case of hanging on now to the finish. I do find between 3 and 4 kilometres that's the hardest section of a park run for me. It tends to be the section where my split times is the slowest one. I also think I've missed when we come back the other way, where we go back onto the path on the left. Unless it's just here. Maybe it's just there when we come back. There's somebody stood there. So when we go along here, it's going to start to go slightly downhill, just a slight incline. There's the lead guy coming back there. And we go as far as there's a bridge, it's the road bridge. That's actually where, if you come on the bus, that's where you get the bus back from and you can get off the bus. Can't see the bridge yet, but hopefully not too far. But we are going slightly downhill now, so it's going to be a good, probably 400 or 500 metre uphill section coming back to the finish. And when I say uphill, it is just a slight incline. You can see the bridge, you can see the turning point now. Friend's not come past me yet, that's making me feel a bit better. Must be struggling as much as I am. Very closely matched on our times. I can just, with peripheral vision, I can see him. He's closer this time. He's right behind me. still not come past. That's a good sign. I'm expecting him to come past at any second though. This slight incline is really tough, especially with it being in the last sort of half kilometre of the park run.
I don't know, mate.
Oh, I can hear him, I can see him peripheral vision. It's my friend coming past his 250th park run today. Doesn't know at this point, but we've got a 250 t-shirt for him when he finishes. I'm going to try and follow him past this guy and stay with him. Nothing in my legs, I'm just at the side of this guy, just can't get past him. Also, I do find it hard when you don't know a course, just how much further there is to go sometimes, or what the course is like. Once I've done a course a few times, you tend to be able to pace yourself better. Yeah, this guy's just pushing on now. Doesn't want to let me past, and there's nothing I can do. Sign there, 200 metres to the finish. I had seen that sign earlier when we looked at the course, and that was where I was going to push to the finish, but my brain has overruled me. So don't be silly, you've got nothing left. Just going to try and hang on to this guy now. Yeah, this is where we turn back onto the track. Not too far now, it's that 100 metres to the finish. Just under 10 seconds for Usain Bolt. Probably about 30 seconds for me. Just looking, no one behind me. This guy's picked his pace up, I picked mine up. There's no way I can see the finish, there's no way I'm going to catch him. And that's it, another park run done. 18th place, 20 minutes 49. Last 2 weeks were 20:31, and I seem to have run so much harder today, yet been over 20 seconds slower, or around 20 seconds slower. Get my token, that's it done.
P18 today, and I don't know what time, maybe 20.5 minutes, something like that. Steve, on your 250th park run.
Thanks very much.
Just do a course review. It's 2 laps on the tarmac path, and then a couple of out and back sections on this compacted stone paths, I suppose. Just trying to look at it, I can see it to the side of me. There were a few puddles on there today because it rained this morning, last night and yesterday. But it was fine to run on, wasn't slippy or anything. You certainly didn't need trail shoes today. It's not perfectly flat, but compared to where I live, yes, it is flat. It's just the slightest undulation as you go around the course, not much at all. When I do the voiceover on the video, I'll explain where it is. And then the last 500 metres coming back, again, it's slightly going upwards on that little bit there. Weather stayed nice today. There was a little shower, tiny shower, but that didn't come till after the park run, so managed to get away with it. So we're going back to the leisure centre now to get a drink in there, but I have had a drink already and cake because it was the 9th birthday. Lots of people brought cake, and there was one of the Parkrun sponsors there today with some I can't know what they're called, isotonic drinks that you could have. So we'll get off to the coffee shop. This is the coffee shop in the leisure centre. So this is the bus stop, Donbridge. You can get off at this one, and this is on the other side of the road. We're going back into St Helier now. But when you do the Parkrun, when you go the turning point, it's under the bridge. This is the bridge, and if you walk back from the leisure centre, you come up these steps, and the bus stop is just here, and this is where you get the number 15 bus back to St Helier. So that's another Parkrun done now. Thank you for watching. I'm not sure where I am next week at all. I think I'm back up in the northeast next week for a Parkrun. So we're just on the way back to the hotel now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up next week. That's a wrap.